All right. So I wasn't gonna make a video today. I just feel like there is so much going on right now. Everything that had happened this past week, September 10th and September 11th being the anniversary of 9/11, which 9/11, I always, whoever, lived through that moment, I think a lot of people can relate that it kind of hits home because it was such a tragic event that you just don't forget. You just don't forget things like that. I wanted to share something that has been on my heart and on my mind this whole past week. This nation has completely forgotten how to love each other. Completely. I'm talking about a nation, I'm talking about individuals on the individual level. People are so quick to argue and to take sides and to start a fight and to shut each other out that we completely forgot how to treat each other. The truth is that we know how to do it deep down. We have proven it time and time again, how to treat each other kindly and how to love each other. Think back to 9/11, when that happened, how we all came together and how we all united as a country to help each other. Think about Hurricane Katrina. Think about Hurricane Sandy, the Boston Marathon bombing in 2013. Think about any school shooting that you can think of, how we all come together for that. Blood drives that people donate because we know that people need blood, so we donate blood. It's the, if somebody's house is on fire and gets burned down, how that local community comes together and will donate anything and everything that they possibly can, despite knowing the person or not. Even if they don't know the person, they will donate. Holding candlelight vigils for victims of disaster, holding fundraisers for people that have passed away and the family might need help, or just fundraisers for Katrina or the hurricanes, any natural disaster, raising money for those efforts to help the families that have lost everything. Giving your kindness and your care and your love to someone else who needs them in any way that you can. That is what we have forgotten as a nation, but that is something that we are completely capable of. And it seems like when crisis hits, and only when crisis hits, is when we become human again and love is put into action, regardless of political views, regardless of race, regardless of gender, regardless of what you believe in versus what the other person believes in. All of that is put aside. It's thrown out the window because why? Because none of that truly matters. None of it matters in the long run. I feel like this video is going to be harder than I thought. When we die, none of that is going to matter. If something tragic happened, you wouldn't even question. Nobody would. Nobody would, because it's happened before. Nobody would question, before I help this person, are they a liberal or are they conservative? Because that's going to determine if I help the person or not. All of that is thrown out the window. It does not matter because you're human, that person's human, and it's built into us to help other people when they are in need. And the thing is, even though we don't say that we're in need, when we are in need, everyone is in need of something. Like, every single person is in need of something. In a disaster, it's very obvious when someone is in need. We get it. That's why we help. But on a day-to-day basis, you see those quotes all the time, be kind to people because you don't know what kind of battle they're fighting. Everyone needs something on any given day. I don't care who you are. You are high on life or you're, the lowest of the lows and you've hit rock bottom mentally. You need something. Like, everyone needs something. So why is it that only when tragedy or disaster happens that we put all of our differences aside and we take care of each other? Why does it have to be a disaster for us to do that? Why can't we just do it on a day-to-day basis? And this is the question I've been asking myself for so long now. Today we are so, how am I trying to say this? The world is at our fingertips. We have mass media. We have news in every single aspect of our life that is popping up in our face on Facebook, on Instagram, on any social media platform, feeding us information, whether it's true or not true, whether you agree with it or not agree with it, to literally stir up things in us to either make us mad, which it does 90% of the time, or to just ruin our day. Too much of anything is bad for you. I mean, 30 years ago, you didn't have this mass media like we have today. You didn't have news channels feeding you information on any given second of any given day. I think a big part of our problem is that a lot of us are trying to get validation or answers from outside themselves. But we're so fast to look at, solutions coming from the outside world. Like, we're looking for something in the news to make us feel better. We're looking for something to buy to make us feel better, something to drink to make us feel better, something to take to make us feel better, when none of that is going to be the solution at all, I believe, for anyone in this country. And I think it goes back to the mental state of a lot of, if not like every single person in the nation, or it goes back to a struggle with spirituality. I'm not going to get into religion, but I believe if we just stop flooding ourselves with this external stimulation and we sit in silence and in stillness and we look within ourselves, I think people would get blown away by what they see, what they feel, what they hear, and how they talk from that point on. Because I believe too much noise from the outside world really drowns out what really matters. And what really matters is taking care of each other and loving each other. And because of that overload of external stimuli and how we look outward for everything and how we want validation from other things and other people to make us feel better. And the thing we don't understand is that none of that is going to bring you peace. None of that is going to bring you what you want. It's only going to make your hatred stronger. It's only going to emphasize the negative feelings that you're feeling. It's not going to do anything positive for you. It comes from within you to make you feel better. And I believe that's where the clarity begins, and that's where the love begins. And once that happens, you see everyone differently in a positive light. And we realize that having different views doesn't cancel love. Nothing can cancel love. I mean, think about it. You probably have people in your own family that don't agree with your views. I have people in my family that don't agree with my views. Do I love them any less? No, I love the heck out of them. And I'm here for them at any given second of any given day. I have friends who have the polar opposite views of me, and I love them. And I will be friends with them for the rest of my life. That alone shows us that it's possible to have differences and see things differently and still love each other. And I'm sure you guys have friends too, or family members that don't share the same views as you, but you don't love them any less. That right there proves that we can love each other as a nation and just care for each other. At the end of the day, hate doesn't heal a darn thing. I mean, think of any time in your life. When has hate worked for you? When did it make you feel good? Or any nationwide event, like when does hate and division make anyone feel better? Love is the only thing that lasts. It's the only thing that endures everything. Hate doesn't heal. It only divides us. That is the only thing it will ever do. It doesn't do anything good as an individual, as a family, as a community, as we can go all the way to global. We can go, it starts with one person. It starts with you, and it starts with you changing how you act. And that's going to cause a ripple effect within your world. And then the next person, who you may not know, changes how they act, and that's going to cause a ripple effect in their direct circle. And then, just think of it. If it happens all across the nation, all across the world, and it has that ripple effect, that's a beautiful thing. Like that is love, and that is uniting. And like I'm just so sensitive to this stuff. Like, and now that I have my channel, which I love very much, and I just hit 200 subscribers, and I'm so happy. Thank you guys. And I have this new confidence about myself that I'm not afraid to express my feelings like I was in the past. So hence the video. This is why, I've journaled about this a lot this whole past week. And I really think it's just, we have to love each other. Bob Marley said it, love is the answer. He was right. Love is the answer. There's no other way. So maybe just today, take a minute, put the phone away, turn the TV off, turn the music off. Just sit there in silence. Don't let anything distract you. Step away from all the noise. Look inward and really reflect on your ways personally, like how you treat people. Do you talk about people? Are you conniving? Are you I don't like that word. It's just weird to say. Are you cruel to people? Choose kindness. Just be a good person. Choose, but like, don't just say you're gonna be a good person, but be a good person. Like, your actions. You can talk all you want. I'm a good person. This is what I say and I believe in. It means nothing without action. Be a good person. Choose compassion. Choose kindness. Choose love. Because at the end of our lives, that is the only thing that matters. And that's what this world, our nation, needs more of. The world too, but let's start with our nation. We're baby steps. Start with yourself first. There you go. Everyone start with themselves, and then it'll be like a ripple effect through the whole country. I think that's all I have. I think that's all I have to say. I feel better that I said all of that. Choose love. Choose kindness. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.